Hi, Kevin Wright here. I was recently interviewed by Nick Corkhill, and he asked me all the sort of questions that people normally ask about bridging when they want to find out more about it. I thought you'd like to watch the interview. Now, it's the best part of an hour long, so I've split it up into 4 different episodes. Here's episode 3, and the last one is coming up in the following weeks. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that dingy belly thing so you don't miss any of the forthcoming episodes.
Now, a lot of my clients are from overseas, and specifically a lot of them are from Hong Kong, and they may be investing as private individuals, or they may have incorporated in the UK.
Yep.
So the question is, can overseas investors get a bridge? And specifically looking at South Asian or Hong Kongese investors.
Yep. Bridge is not really fussed where people live. If they're buying through a registered UK company, even better.
Can they expect to pay similar rates to UK people taking bridging loans?
Yeah.
Because that is absolutely not the case with the mortgage lending market. You know, the Hong Kong investors are getting 5, 6, 7, as high as 8% on just a conventional buy-to-let, whereas UK buy-to-let, you can get as low as 2% quite comfortably now. Okay, that's interesting.
It's broadly the same. Okay, there might be sort of 0.1 or 0.2 difference, but again, remember it's asset-based lending, not lending based on the person.
Let's see. Okay. What about going direct to a bridger? Would you ever advise someone who doesn't have the experience? I think I know the answer to this question already, but would you ever advise someone who doesn't have any experience to go straight to the bridging lending market themselves and not use a broker? Would that be a sensible approach?
Well, here's the issue, Nick. Now, whichever bridger you go to and you present your deal to them and say, can you fund this? Yeah. If they're prepared to fund it, here's the question to ask yourself. How likely are they to say to you, thanks for that, we'd love to do this business, Nick, with you, but being honest, I think you should not use us. You should go to XYZ bridger because I know they're cheaper on this type of deal.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen?
No, they're just going to take your money.
Right. Okay. So the point is, if you're not experienced in bridging, or even if you are, you're not going to have the same level of experience as a bridging broker. Certainly one like us that's done literally, and it's no exaggeration, hundreds of bridging loans spaced over the last decade. You're never going to know if you're getting the best deal, and the bridger that you go direct to is never going to tell you that you're not getting the best deal. Now, I get this thing about, I want to save money. If I go direct, I won't have to pay a broker's fee. But picking the wrong bridger could cost you more than the broker's fee you're trying to save.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with a mortgage broker. I've always used a mortgage broker for my mortgages, and I do have some clients who go direct to the mortgage lenders. But I just think, why would you? If you've got a good, trusted broker, because it's the strategic element. It's not necessarily about just finding the one best loan available today for you. It's about looking into the future and looking at the existing loans you've got and strategically picking the best one to match your whole portfolio and strategy going forward. So it's quite a complex decision.
And here's another thing, people, I see this in some of the Facebook groups. I mean, people go and say, can you recommend a bridging lender that you've used in the past? Well, of course they can, but that doesn't mean to say that the one that was good for that person is good for you. Now, the analogy I draw like that is of cars. So if someone says, using the same sort of logic, anyone recommend a good car to buy? And there are people saying, oh, I love my Mini. I've had 3 Minis. I wouldn't have another car. But the person asking the question, what they didn't say is, well, I've got 4 kids and 2 dogs. They're never all going to fit in a Mini.
So really a good recommendation should be not a specific lender, but someone who has the capacity to understand your specific requirements, you as someone trying to take on a loan and provide good bridging advice. Yeah.
Which is a broker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will make a distinction between mortgage brokers and bridging brokers. Now, mortgage brokers, there's some excellent ones around, but it's fairly easy to be good as a mortgage broker because you get sourcing systems, usually either Trigold or Mortgage Brain. So they're more sophisticated things of like moneysupermarket.com. But you punch in all the client's details and up comes a list of the most appropriate deals. There is no equivalent in bridging. So the only way
to be a bit more resourceful in how you're finding those lenders and managing those relationships with the lenders.
The only way to get experienced in bridging as a broker is to do loads of bridging deals.
Yeah.
And there's no shortcut to that. So, most mortgage brokers, however brilliant they are on mortgages, have got far less experience on bridging. Whereas, myself and ourselves in my brokerage, which is Positive Property Finance, by the way, we've been brokering bridging literally for the last 10 years.
I see. Okay.
So, and I talk bridging pretty much every day with students, clients, whatever. Yep.
So here's a separate question. Getting a bridging loan as a private individual and through a limited company. So I was one of those landlords who bought properties in my own name up until 2016, and then all the tax changes came in, and then I started investing through a limited company. So now I've got properties in both, and I'd prefer to continue investing through the limited company for the tax reasons. Now, can I get a bridge on either? Are the rates comparable? Are there pros and cons with getting it through a limited company or in my own name?
Bridges don't make any distinction between lending to a limited company or a person.
Right. Okay.
There's no difference. No difference in rates. No difference in who will lend, because they're not lending to the person. They're lending on the asset. I
see. Well, in the mortgage lending world,
I know.
In my experience, it's about 1% difference. If you're getting 3.5% through your limited company, you're getting 2.5% in your own name. And I think that gap's narrowing, and there's more in the limited company market, and there will be more into the future. Okay, so you're saying bridging makes no odds. They don't care.
They don't mind. They don't see a difference in someone with a limited company or in their personal name. They don't see a difference. So what did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And hey, remember to click that subscribe button. In the meantime, check out this quick preview of the next episode.
Its market value today is around £700,000. Maybe 250 is low to convert this into 12 nice apartments. Let's say 300K.
You've probably got no more than about 50 grand of that is usable equity. So you would borrow 397 to pay off your mortgage.
Yeah.
And then they would lend you 100% of the 250,000.